There are certain habits that go beyond mere quirks and start to affect how others perceive and respect us. These habits can damage your reputation and strain relationships, both personally and professionally. While it's easy to say everyone has bad habits, the behaviors we'll cover here are particularly harmful because they affect how we interact with others at a core level. If you're looking to build a life of respect, this is crucial knowledge. Drawing from the timeless wisdom of Stoicism, an ancient philosophy designed to cultivate inner strength and resilience, we'll explore 4 habits that you should break immediately. Stoicism emphasizes focusing on what we can control, our actions and responses, rather than the uncontrollable external circumstances. By eliminating these toxic behaviors, you not only align with Stoic principles, but also start to command the respect of those around you. Grab a seat, and let's dive into 4 habits that make people lose respect for you and how to stop them. Number 1. Gossiping. We've all gossiped at some point, and it might even feel harmless. But gossip is one of the most toxic habits you can engage in. It's damaging to relationships and shows a deep lack of respect for others. According to Stoic teachings, particularly from Epictetus, gossiping is a form of wasting time and energy. The Stoics taught that meddling in other people's lives distracts us from focusing on our own character and growth. Personally, I had to learn this lesson the hard way. In college, gossiping felt like a sport. My friends and I would spend hours talking about other people's lives, thinking we were just having fun. But one day I learned that a classmate, let's call her Emily, had a crush on someone who seemed out of her league. I shared that information with friends, and it quickly spread. When Emily found out, she was crushed, and our group fell apart. That moment taught me that gossiping erodes trust, and that once you break that trust, it's nearly impossible to earn back. In Stoicism, gossip is seen as a distraction from your own life. By focusing on improving your own behavior instead of discussing others, you maintain integrity and respect. When you choose to avoid gossip, you become someone who values privacy and loyalty. Remember, if people gossip with you, they will likely gossip about you. Number 2. Being unreliable. Being unreliable is another surefire way to lose respect. Whether it's in personal or professional relationships, people need to know they can count on you. Reliability builds trust, while being flaky destroys it. If you promise something, stick to it. Your word is your bond. For me, I had a reputation in my early 20s for being unreliable. I would make plans with friends and then cancel last minute, or sometimes not show up at all. The turning point came when I missed a close friend's birthday party. She had spent weeks planning it, and I promised to attend. But on the day, I decided to skip it for something else and didn't even let her know until hours after the event. The disappointment in her voice when I finally called was clear, and our friendship was never the same. Stoicism teaches us to be accountable for our actions. If we say we will do something, we should do it. Being reliable isn't just about meeting expectations, it's about building a reputation based on trust. Whether in friendships or work, your reliability will earn you respect. Number 3. Interrupting others. Interrupting people might seem like a minor offense, but it's actually a subtle form of disrespect. It sends the message that you believe what you have to say is more important than what they are saying. This behavior shows a lack of patience and self-control, which are key Stoic virtues. I used to interrupt people constantly. I thought I was being enthusiastic and involved in the conversation, but in reality I was signaling that I wasn't really listening. During a work meeting early in my career, my manager finally called me out on it. She told me bluntly that I wasn't letting others share their thoughts fully, and it made me come across as dismissive. That conversation hit me hard, and it forced me to realize that I needed to change. In Stoicism, listening is valued as much as speaking. Seneca, a prominent Stoic philosopher, encouraged deep listening and patience in conversations. If you find yourself interrupting others, take a step back and practice active listening. Number 4. Complaining. Constant complaining is one of the quickest ways to lose respect. Complaining doesn't solve problems, it only spreads negativity. The Stoics believe that we should focus on what we can control and accept what we cannot. When you complain constantly, you're fixating on the things you can't change, which isn't productive and pushes people away. I was once a chronic complainer, especially in a job I hated. I would spend hours talking to coworkers about how miserable I was, instead of focusing on solutions or ways to improve the situation. Eventually, people started avoiding me. No one wants to be around constant negativity. It wasn't until a close friend called me out on it that I realized how my complaining was affecting my relationships and my own happiness. To fix this habit, start by practicing gratitude. Focus on what's going right in your life instead of what's wrong. The Stoics taught that by changing our mindset and focusing on positive actions, we improve not just our lives, but also how others perceive us. These 4 habits: gossiping, being unreliable, interrupting, and complaining are behaviors that erode respect and damage relationships. If you want to build a life full of dignity and honor, these habits must be addressed. Stoicism offers a practical philosophy for improving your character and relationships by focusing on self-control, reliability, and meaningful interactions. Take a moment to reflect, are any of these habits present in your life? Share your thoughts and experiences in the comments. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Let's continue the journey toward living a life of integrity and respect. Stay strong, stay stoic.